So this is my powerful gaming laptop, the Asus TUF A15, and this was my only editing machine for the past 2 years until June 2025. Okay, hold up, what's the problem with the laptop, and start everything from beginning. Basically, the relationship with my laptop started getting, well, toxic. So what was the main reason? Because I was pushing it to the limits. I mean, when I started leveling up my editing skills, my Asus laptop wasn't performing as expected. মাঝে মাঝে বাঙালি গার্লফ্রেন্ডসদের মেসেজ গরম বলে যে সবকিছু তছনছ করা ধান্দা থাকে না? Yep, this laptop started doing that. এই একটু বেশি বেচাল পারতেছস না ল্যাপটপটার ব্যাপারে? Okay, I'm sorry, let me put it simply. So this is not a potato laptop. Here you can see the specs. But when Apple launched the Mac Mini M4, I was confused whether I should buy it or not because this machine has only 16GB of RAM. Plus this laptop has RTX 3060. On paper it has faster GPU than Mac Mini M4. Spoiler alert, this isn't fully true. One day I got frustrated with my laptop, so I decided to get a Mac Mini as a backup and see how it goes. The moment I got hands on the Mac Mini M4, I was like, eto pichi. The real shock came when I started editing on this device. By the time I upload this video, the Mac Mini I'm using right now will be about 6 to 7 months old. In that timeline, I have already edited more than 150 videos on Mac Mini, including personal and client projects. So I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about Mac Mini M4. I divided this video into 8 chapters to make it easier for you. Head-to-head benchmark, gaming, render test, and more. Before jumping into the benchmark, let me share what I have experienced. Everyone used to say switching from Windows to Mac is a nightmare. Personally, I didn't face any issues. I installed everything that I needed and started editing at full speed in no time. But the moment I opened Premiere Pro on the Mac Mini, instant I felt the difference. Mane purai makhon. But hold up, things get tricky when the timeline gets heavy. The biggest bottleneck in this Mac Mini M4 is the onboard 16GB RAM. But the M4 chip is solid AF. Compared to my laptop, crashes and lags are way too less frequent on Mac Mini. But if you are running Premiere Pro and After Effects at the same time, well, the Mac Mini freezes sometimes due to low memory, but still it's manageable. macOS tries to make sure your files doesn't get corrupted. So let's move to the next chapter. Is Mac Mini perfect? Absolutely not. There are days I had to forcefully shut down the device because it froze, but luckily I didn't lose any data. macOS file management is better in many ways and handles everything smartly. But kemne bro, Windows ekhane better howar kotha na? Okay, let me explain. So on Windows device, if the project crashes or if there any power loss, often that kind of problem end up corrupting your files. And if you don't hit save consistently, the hours of work just disappears. And that happened to me too many times. Even before this, I had a PC with the same problem, but that was actually a potato PC. But honestly, macOS saves your ass about 80% of the time, although there will be some exceptions. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Alright, let's dive into the benchmarks. First, I ran the CPU test with Cinebench R23. On your screen, you can see the results. The Mac Mini is around 1.62x faster in single core and about 1.37x faster in multi-core. In Geekbench 6, here are the CPU scores. The Mac Mini is about 2.4x faster in single core and 2.13x faster in multi-core. Now, the GPU scores. This time, the laptop GPU is around 2.3x faster than the Mac Mini's GPU, which I already mentioned in the intro that my laptop has a better GPU. Now let's move to the next chapter. Before starting the render test, I opened After Effects on both of the devices and used a basic roto brush to make a mask just to see which device finishes the mask first. After struggling for a while, then I pressed enter.
Oh yeah, whoa. Look, they can never keep me down, I'm going. And if I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going.
So Mac Mini finishes at 1 minute 27 seconds. During testing, the Mac was warm to the touch, but this one is a pure electric oven.
You talk out your neck, I'ma show you I'm with it. I would really hate for you to sit and watch me win again and win again and win again. I know it's probably getting on me and win a synonym, so if I ever win again, it's no.
And the laptop finishes at 4 minutes 13 seconds. In this case, the Mac Mini is 3 times faster than the laptop. Now a render test in Premiere Pro. That reel was a high quality video with the animation and everything, and the video was 41 seconds long. So Mac Mini finishes at 1 minute 55 seconds. and the laptop takes around 7 minutes 14 seconds. Like bruh, what's the point of having a faster GPU? I know Macs are more optimized for this kind of stuff, but seriously the difference shouldn't be that huge. Anyways, in this case the Mac Mini is 4 times faster. Now let's talk about gaming. If you're thinking about buying a Mac and planning to game on it, brother, ew. We all know gaming laptop wins here. There's tons of game available, but nowadays Mac can also run some AAA title games very smoothly with no noticeable lag, but sometimes graphics loads a bit slower. Also the game library isn't as big compared to Windows, but yeah, you can still play some decent game. Plus the fan on the Mac Mini M4 stays silent during gaming, unlike this noisy Asus laptop which sounds like a jet engine, and also a room heater. Alright, let's jump to the conclusion. So from the beginning, the main question was, is this was a downgrade or upgrade? You have already seen my user experience and the benchmarks. Now you tell me in the comments below. One thing for sure, if you go for the base model, a portable SSD will become a necessity. Personally, I am using a Samsung 980 SSD with an enclosure. It works perfectly for my workflow. If you're a student and on a budget, looking for a powerful machine for creative work related stuff, the Mac Mini M4 is the way to go for under 1 lakh taka right now. So this was a detailed review of my Mac Mini M4. আজকের ভিডিওটা যদি ভালো লাগে থাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করতে ভুলবেন না, or else you will see blue screen on your PC. আজকে এই পর্যন্তই, দেখা হবে নেক্সট কোনো ভিডিওতে। সো বাই।